I would like to request Mr. Julian MP, Federal member for Bruce, to come on the stage, please. Mr. Julian.
Thank you. Nowruz Mubarak, everyone. Happy Nowruz. It is so good to see everyone in the community together again after such a terrible 2 years. Can I say how proud I am to represent the largest number of Afghan Australians of any electorate in our national parliament. That makes me so proud. Thank you too for sharing the cultural tradition of Nowruz with the whole community. There are many people from Afghanistan, but also other countries. Nowruz, of course, is a 3,000-year-old cultural celebration, celebrated in Afghanistan, Iran, Nepal, so much of South Asia, Central Asia, and now places like Australia and the United States and Europe, where we have such large and vibrant Afghan communities. Can I also just acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we're meeting, the Bunurong and the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. This is so important. The city of Greater Dandenong is the most multicultural place in the whole of Australia. And it's appropriate that we remember that Australia is also home to the world's oldest continuous civilization in human history, 60,000 years, the Aboriginal people of these lands. Nowruz, new day, new beginning. Now, traditionally I'm told Nowruz was about celebrating the victory of spring over darkness. Now, it doesn't work that well in Australia because we're heading into winter. But I think the story, the theme of new beginnings, can resonate with all of us. I hope that we will see in the next 2 months a new beginning for our country at the election, with the election of a federal Labor government. And I hope that we see a new beginning for Afghan Australians. I just want to say a couple of things, having walked around and talked to people. I know how difficult the last year has been for Afghan Australians, with the fall of Kabul, with the return of the Taliban. Speaking to my friends, knowing how hard it is to make that phone call to your loved ones, whether it's your parents or your brothers or sisters or husbands or wives or children, and not know if you will speak to them again. I'm ashamed of the Australian government's discrimination against people from Afghanistan, and if a Labor government is elected, we will fix the mess of the visa system. I believe, and Federal Labor believes, that every Australian should be treated fairly and treated the same, whatever their country, whatever their ethnicity, whatever their religion. We're all Australians, and that's a really important principle. We will, if elected, get rid of temporary protection visas and chefs. Permanent visas should be given to genuine refugees to build a life in this country. We need to get rid of the TPVs. We'll speed up the citizenship processing. And of course, if you fall in love with someone, if your husband or your wife is from Afghanistan, your partner visa should be processed fairly in the same time as every other country. But at the moment, under the Liberals, your husband or wife's visa will take 4 years on average to process. Yet if you get a visa from someone from America or Germany, it takes 5 months. That's discrimination, and we will fix this. So, I thank you for the strong support from the community that you've shown for me and for Labor. We do not take it for granted. At the election, I hope we see a change of government. And just one more thing. I want to say how important this festival is for our community. It brings together all parts of Australia's Afghan community, all the different backgrounds and cultures from Afghanistan in one place. That's important. And if a federal Labor government is elected, we will give $30,000 to support this festival next year and the year after and the year after that. because the businesses that pay their sponsorship can only do so much. I think it's so important with our fast-growing community that a Labor government will support events like this to bring the whole community together. So that's enough from me. No one wants a long speech from a politician. There's more music, more entertainment to come. Unfortunately, I have to go to Canberra now, where we're going to fight the government next week. But I hope next time I see you, it's as a member of a federal Labor government. Thank you so much. Nowruz Mubarak.
Thank you so much, Mr. Julian Hill. Thank you for supporting us. Thanks. اونایی که مانده در افغانستان همونام بیاید ولی از خدا. Thank you so much. Thanks.